While you was in a cell, I feel I bailed, all we had was distance. And you took a hit, your liver failed, but the habit didn't. Had your inhibitions, I'm so mad I didn't listen. Life was grabbing my attention, should've had an intervention. Breathe, take a hit again. My mind stayed at the tip, that shady shit, I hope they miss again. If man invented time, let's rewind it just a little bit. I'm sick of always feeling like a middleman, when death will take the innocent and life will fill the minutes in these Minutemen who Boston, Massachusetts, don't cross my passion, lose it.
Kendrick Lamar is a prophet. What's going on, YouTube? It's Knox Hill, and we're back with the reaction series. So today, man, listen, we all know the infamous apology now. We've talked about it. We talked about the J. Cole side of things. But I think what we have to appreciate is that Kendrick Lamar has been predicting this. You guys have been begging me to dive into this one because it is crazy, the parallels between then and now. And I think also it sets up another battle that we're about to enter into. A long-standing feud and beef between Kendrick Lamar and Drake. So this right here, right now, is none other than The Heart, Part 4. It's just wild, isn't it? It's like a flock of geese or something. I don't know. Like, it's just boo, boo, boo. And then it just hits on all levels. Like, starts on one side and then kind of like haunting on the other side of the mix. But it's like low enough where it just sends you in this false direction, like audibly as a listener, right? And then all of a sudden, the real instrumentation kicks in and then everything drops.
Don't tell a lie on me. I won't tell the truth about you. Don't tell a lie on me. I won't tell the truth about you.
Such a dope bar. James Brown song right there. Don't tell a lie on me, and I won't tell the truth about you. I love how we're flipping lies into truth. Well, they want to spread disinformation and just say whatever to stain my name. The best way to get back at them is to give them the medicine that they can't give me. I'm going to hit them with that truth.
Don't tell a lie on me.
Because normally the ones who point fingers and the things that they accuse you of, because they're guilty of it themselves. One thing I've learned a lot here on social media.
I won't tell the truth about you. 30 minutes later, my future favors the legendary status of a hip-hop rhyme savior. Travel around the atlas in a spaceship, candy-coated. My day shift been devoted to fucking up bundles of paper. Pi equals 3.
Travel around the outlets in this spaceship, candy-coated. I just love the way that he thinks about things. Like, he's a great narrator and storyteller, and just the way that he flips stuff. While most rappers are talking about candy-coated whips, this motherfucker's over here in a spaceship, candy-coating that. He just takes it to a different level and a different layer. And he's talked about this before, right? Viewing himself as a savior and how he deals with this Messiah complex. And he really puts it on him and on his shoulders to be like the second coming of Pac, but also keeping lyrical rap alive and keeping it in the conversation, in the mainstream. Let's keep rolling.
Future favors the legendary status of a hip-hop rhyme savior. Travel around the atlas in a spaceship, candy-coated. My day shift been devoted to fucking up bundles of paper. Pi equals 314. The devil's pie is big enough to justify dope thing. Wait up. Lamping in Jamaica, the cloud.
Pi equals 314. Divide in those things. See right there, it goes I-een. Just like a nice little syllable flip right into that. But we heard the pi lines because Daylight had that flip on that J. Cole track that we broke down. But then he flips pi being 3.14 and goes from math into like a literal pi. And the devil's got his hands in all pies and his percentage that he takes from this world and from us. And then the bundles of paper flip is smooth, right? Because he's getting bundles of paper in terms of money and he's wadding it up versus the bundles of paper that he's burning through when he's writing and always working in what he does.
My day shift been devoted to fucking up bundles of paper. Pi equals 314. The devil's pie is big enough to justify dope thing. Wait up. Lamping in Jamaica, the clouds turning, my thoughts turning, burning cash to oil. I've been determined to make and earn this seed in the soil. It's classified. I'm satisfied when I strategize my kids' future. I ain't sanctified enough to say that I won't shoot ya. I done vandalized the industry for a circuit. The earthiest / thirstiest nigga you know versus this scum of a land that transcend two surfaces. The richer the poor, the bigger the picture, the more blood pours. But don't tell a lie on me.
I just love how once that percussion really kicks in, like everything was smooth before, right? And I talked about this misdirection with the production, where you kind of have a misdirection with how the song starts, and then once he really starts rapping, because he just goes into this accelerated pocket in gear. All right, let's bring it back and just appreciate some of the wordplay and what he's doing with these bars here.
The seed in the soil is clouds turning, my thoughts turning, burning cash to oil. I've been determined to make and earn this seed.
Burning castor oil. I just really like that line because, you know, like burning the midnight oil, the famous saying of many poets and many writers back in the day when they had to have the oil lamps in order to write.
Making the clouds turning, my thoughts turning, burning cash to oil. I've been determined to make and earn this.
Also, the way that he says it, cash to oil, you hear the cash, like he's burning through the cash, and that ties in with the burning paper and crumbling up the paper schemes as well.
Lamping in Jamaica, the clouds turning, my thoughts turning, burning cash to oil. I've been determined to make and earn this seed in the soil is classified. I'm satisfied when I strategize my.
This seed in the soil is classified, and then he follows it up talking about strategizing his kid's future. But like he laid his seeds, and like his kid is going to be his seed versus like the seeds that he planted within hip hop. Again, just the way that he poetically lays things out. So you can just picture these different metaphors that he's using and giving us.
Determined to make and earn this seed in the soil is classified. I'm satisfied when I strategize my kid's future. I ain't saying.
You know what I just caught too? I didn't even think about before. Burning this cash to oil. Cash to oil. And then he said earning. What does an earn do? Like you're burning it, you're cremating it. So he's burning this cash into oil, earning it. That was a smooth cash burning flip earn scheme
In the soil
versus what he pockets and earns.
classified. I'm satisfied when I strategize my kid's future. I ain't sanctified enough to say that I won't shoot ya. I done vandalized the industry for a circuit. The earthiest / thirstiest.
Sanctified to say I won't shoot you. Vandalize, and then he comes back. So he's got nice multi-internal schemes and then back to the external. And he's not sanctified enough, right? Even though he talks about being hip-hop savior, right? And he relates this Messiah complex. He's still from where he's from. He still reps Compton. And if you push him the wrong way,
Say that I won't shoot ya. I done vandalized the industry for a circuit. The earthiest / thirstiest nigga you know versus this scum of a land that transcend two surfaces. The richer the poor, the bigger the picture, the more blood pours. But don't tell a lie.
the thirstiest, right? Like feeding the earth, and he plays into like that scheme of the earthenware scheme, natural scheme, like raining cash to oil, burning it all. And then he comes out of that into this smooth, like blood pouring on the soil of the earth, because that's mankind's history, is through blood. Also, him always shouting out the bloods. So that goes a level deeper for me. And then the picture, like the bigger picture of planet Earth versus Pitcher, like a pitcher of water. But in this case, the bigger picture, because it is pouring out blood onto the track, and he's bringing war onto these
surfaces. The richer the poor, the bigger the picture, the more blood pours. But don't tell a lie.
And then the bigger quote right there, the richer, the poor. Very simple phrase in terms of bar, if you think about how he sets that up. But you know the saying, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, right? The more people that get rich, there's a lot more people that get taken advantage of. And there's that disparity and growing gap, right? The biggest warfare that we're going to see in the future is class warfare, right? There's a huge income disparity between the top wealthiest people versus the very, very impoverished people. And Kendrick always using hip hop and using his music as a medium to speak out on it. But he's also going deeper than that, because that warfare and that class difference, so much blood has been spilled, separating that gap and creating that inequality over the years.
I won't tell the truth about you. Don't tell a lie on me. I won't tell the truth about you. My fans can't wait.
Doesn't that feel like a warning? Doesn't it feel like a warning? Even to like Drizzy Drake and anyone trying to come after him right now?
Don't tell a lie on me.
It's haunting, man.
I won't tell the truth about you. My fans can't wait for me to sun your punk ass and crush your whole little shit. I'll big pun your punk ass, you a scared little bitch. Tiptoeing around my name, nigga, you lame. And when I get at you, homie, don't you tell me you was just playing.
Oh, I was just playing, K-Dot. Come on, you know a nigga rock with you, bro.
Shut the fuck up, you sound like the last nigga I know. Might end up like the last nigga I know. Oh, you don't wanna clash, nigga, I know. I put my foot on the gas, head on the floor, hopping out before the V.
You don't want to clash, I know. Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I didn't mean to talk like this. I'm switching up. Isn't this, again, you talk about just the parallels to when this dropped and what he's talking about. I'm about to give you the context, and you could just take this and drop it today, and you could apply a lot of what he's saying to Jermaine Cole. It is absolutely just wild when you start thinking about it. But anyways, there's two levels to this, right? Jay Electronica is catching some shots here. Drake is catching some shots as well. We know the long-standing beef between Kendrick Lamar and Drake, and it's heating up yet again.
Oh, I was just playing, K.
I won't tell the truth about you.
My fans can't wait for me.
This beat switch is nice too.
Sun your punk ass and crush your whole little shit. I'll big pun your punk ass, you a scared little bitch.
Oh, Big Pun, your punk ass, right? Rest in peace to Big Pun. But also, something that not a lot of people know about Big Pun, and I think Kendrick is referencing this, right? I'll Big Pun, and then little, so he goes big to little, that juxtaposition. But also, Big Pun, he was a wife beater, unfortunately. So, like, there's documented evidence and footage of him, like, taking the gun and beating his wife with it. So I take that to another level of Kendrick saying what he's going to do to his ops there.
Lie on me. I won't tell the truth about you. My fans can't wait for me to sun your punk ass and crush your whole little shit. How big pun your punk ass, you a scared little bitch. Tiptoeing around my name, nigga, you lame. And when I get at you, homie, don't you tell me you was just playing.
Oh, I was just playing, K-Dot. Come on, you know a nigga rock with you, bro.
Shut the fuck up, you sound like the last nigga I know. My end.
The last I know, right? Jay Electronica was on a live, right? And all of a sudden, one of the fans was like, yo, put on Kendrick. He's like, I'm not putting that shit on. And then he starts talking about Kendrick. He talked shit about 50 Cent in that live too, but he also was popping off about Kendrick. He's like, nah. We're not like hating on Kendrick, but he was like kind of passive aggressive in how he flipped. He's like, nah, Kendrick knows me. He's like my brother. No, like I son him, right? Kendrick can never see me on a track. That's what he said. So he's talking really tough. And then what does he do? A couple weeks later, he gets asked about it again. Yeah, I mean, I'd do a collab with Kendrick, right? I'd be down to work with Kendrick. It was a total 180. Parallels again. Think about J. Cole all of a sudden. Talking one way, doing his diss, and then all of a sudden flipping and backing up another way. This serves as a warning yet again. So he's referencing Jay Electronica as the last person to do this. But also, remember the warnings here, the breadcrumbs. We've talked about the Drake interview, the control verse, all the back and forth leading up. There's always subtle shots and shades thrown at Drizzy.
You know a nigga rock with you, bro.
Shut the fuck up, you sound like the last nigga I know. Might end up like the last nigga I know. Oh, you don't wanna clash, nigga, I know. I put my foot on the gas, head on the floor, hopping out before the vehicle crash. I'm on the road, yelling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am the greatest rapper alive. So damn.
Man, that bass just gets funky and really starts hitting like a heartbeat right there. Such dope, just switch ups on the production. And he's just like accelerating through. It's almost like I don't even give a fuck what the beat's doing behind me. Like I know what I'm doing rhythmically and he just powers through it. And then the beat just keeps changing underneath of him. And it's like, follow me, beat. Not I'm going to follow the beat. Just that's how it feels to me when Kendrick Lamar is just delivering on this track.
Up like the last nigga I know. Oh, you don't want to clash, nigga, I know. I put my foot on the...
That was dope. There's like a female voice back there too. You had Kendrick off to the side doubling that, and then da-da-da. There was just like a higher pitch towards the back of that mix right there.
Ass head on the floor.
Just always, he's so artistic in terms of how he thinks about the mix and how he's arranging different vocals and where he places them on stuff too.
Now before the vehicle crash, I'm on a roll yelling 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm on a roll. The vehicle's rolling, crashing, versus like he's jumping out of the whip, so he's rolling. You know, think about when you jump, tuck, and roll, versus he's on a roll with what he drops and what he brings to the table. And what's he going to reiterate here? He's the best rapper alive. We talking about legacy.
5, I am the greatest rapper alive. So damn great, motherfucker, I've died. What you hearing now is a paranormal vibe. House on the hill, house on the beach, nigga.
Facts.
A condo in Compton, I'm still in reach, nigga.
Facts.
I'm fresh out the water, I'm about to breach, nigga. The 5-foot giant woke up out of his sleep, nigga. Oh yeah, more cars, more leers, more bars.
He's putting himself down a little bit, the 5-foot giant. 'Cause he's what, like 5'5", 5'6", right? But also, even though he's shorter in stature, he's still a giant when he gets on the track. And he's going to talk his shit. And like he said, he's got this success, but he's still tapped into his roots in Compton,
Nigga,
baby.
the 5-foot giant woke up out of his sleep.
This piano is nice too. Super reverby piano. Very atmospheric. These keys just bouncing all over the mix right now.
Reach, nigga.
Facts.
I'm fresh out the water, I'm about to breach, nigga. The 5-foot giant woke up out of his sleep, nigga. Oh yeah, more cars, more leers, more bars, no peers, no scars, no fear. Fuck y'all sincere, I heard the whispers.
Cars, peers, scars, fears, our ear. Very cool back and forth. Again, just really condensing those rhyme schemes. And then even leers, like more leers. More people leering at him with how they look at him versus more leers in terms of private jets flying on a leer.
The water, I'm about to breach, nigga. The 5-foot giant woke up out of his sleep, nigga. Oh yeah, more cars, more leers, more bars, no peers, no scars, no fear. Fuck y'all sincere, I heard the whispers, you know what the risk is. Earthed in ditches, your body referring to stiffness. The whole world going mad, bodies is adding up.
Earthed in ditches, your whole body returned to stiffness, right? But the way that he says that, it also sounds like earth indigenous. Like indigenous, like the root, the origin of it. So you're going to return to earth. your indigenous roots, your body returning to stiffness when I put you 6 feet under. That was just a smooth flip again. He's just got a way of just stacking these sort of metaphorical, just different way of thinking bars, man. He really is a poet. He's a fucking straight poet.
Earthed in ditches, your body referring to stiffness. The whole world gone mad. Bodies is adding up. Markets about to crash. Niggas is fake rich. Bitches is fake bad. Blacks that act white. Whites that do the dab. Donald Trump is a chump. Know how we feel, punk. Tell him that God coming. And Russia need a replay button. Y'all up to something. Electoral votes look like...
It's scary. This man really is a prophet. No, I'm not talking about what we're making money-wise. I'm talking about that different type of profit. But he's doing both. But for me, the Russian line, no, Russia is up to something. I mean, this dropped before Russia invaded Ukraine. And we're going through all that. Yeah, they're definitely up to something. And he's calling it here. But then the button scheme goes even deeper. But before that, hang on.
Blacks that act white. Whites that do the dab. Donald Trump is a chump. Know how we feel, punk. Tell him.
Donald Trump is a chump. Know how we feel, punk? I mean, come on, it's TDE. We know how TDE and all them feel about Donald Trump.
God coming, and Russia need a replay button. Y'all up to something.
That replay button, right? Because he's talking about one, the first level is the links to Donald Trump and Russia and him being all cozy with Vladimir Putin and getting help through the elections. And then, you know, Russia trying to infiltrate U.S. social media and all that. So there's that layer to it. The second layer is when Clinton, under the Obama administration, right, when Clinton was Secretary of State, went and met with a Russian diplomat and presented him with a reset button. And it was great because there's like this news footage where she sat there live shaking hands like, I hope we got the Russian right. And she feels like she did. And he looks at it and he goes, nah, y'all fucked up. Y'all fucked up. This says you're going to overcharge me. This does not translate the proper Russian. This does not say, like, let's reset our relations. So it was just like one of the biggest uh-oh moments. You can just like see her eyes, like her soul just leaves her body at that moment in time. But she tries to like play it off and laugh it off. But I take that reset button on that level and layer.
Know how we feel, punk. Tell him that God coming. And Russia need a replay button. Y'all up to something. Electoral votes look like memorial votes. But America's truth ain't ignoring the votes. It's blasphemy.
America's truth ain't ignoring the votes. Electoral votes looking like memorial votes. I can't help but feel, but that is a critique of our electoral system because we're not a direct democracy, right? At the time when Trump won, can I speak at the time when Trump won? He did not receive the majority of the popular vote, but he won the Electoral College. So that to me is he's saying that's like a funeral. That's just some sad shit that's happening there when it's not really the truth of how most people in our country feel. So I take that as a deeper critique of our electoral system and the way he sets that up.
Your votes look like memorial votes, but America's truth ain't ignoring the votes. It's blasphemy. How many go blasphemy? I prophesied on my last song, you laughed at me. But when the shit get bracken, don't you ask for me. How many leaders go tell you the truth?
When the shit get bracken instead of cracking, because he's talking about his blood roots there, replace the C, show disrespect to the Crips, replace it with a B. But then even him talking about being a prophet. Y'all laughed at me last time. I'm being a prophet again, and I'm convinced now. I'm convinced this man is a prophet.
You laughed at me, but when the shit get bracken, don't you ask for me. How many leaders go tell you the truth after me? G Malone, big bro, kudos to him. I was too old.
I think that hits a little different too. How many leaders gonna tell the truth after me?
How many leaders go tell you the truth after me? G Malone, big bro, kudos to him. I was 2 O's from an M, trying to be big as M. 30 millions later, my future favors the legendary status of a hip-hop rhyme savior. Salmon and capers, fame and lawsuits. You looking at me in chucks, I'm looking at y'all suits. Me and Top Dog playing rock, paper, scissors in court. A real hustler lose money just to go get some more. I said it's like that. Drop one classic.
Playing rock, paper, scissors in court. Why? More money, more problems, right? I don't even give a fuck about court. I'm going to go back and re-up, right? Because that just comes with the territory at this point. We don't even care about court. And then TDE even posted the Instagram pic of them playing fucking rock, paper, scissors after this came out, just to reiterate that. And then the O to M's and the Eminem scheme. Let's bring it back and appreciate that bar.
Favors the legendary status of a hip-hop rhyme savior. Truth after me. G Malone, big bro, kudos to him. I was 2 O's from an M, trying to be big as M.
2 O's from an M, right? So 2 zeros from a milli. But if you actually think about that, think about all the zeros in a million, right? You take away 2 O's from that, that makes 10,000. So he's a pretty long way off to go from 10,000 to a million, but he's talking about where he really was. He's from the bottom, right? And then his come up. But I take that on another level too, because 10,000, you know the saying, you put in your 10,000 hours, right, to become a professional at whatever it is you're trying to do. He's put in his time. He's put in his work. And now he's trying to hit Eminem's level.
30 millions later, my future favors the legendary status of a hip-hop rhyme savior. Salmon and capers, fame and lawsuits. You look
Salmon and capers, because we're living that high life, that fine dining now.
legendary status of a hip-hop rhyme savior. Salmon and capers, fame and lawsuits. You looking at me in chucks, I'm looking at y'all suits. Me
Salmon and capers, fame and lawsuits. Again, just the poetic way of setting that up. I love the way that he thinks about his lyrics and the way that he crafts it and puts it on the table for us.
Salmon and capers, fame and lawsuits. You looking at me in chucks, I'm looking at y'all suits. Me and Top Dog playing rock, paper, scissors in court. A real hustler lose money just to go get some more. I said it's like that. Drop one classic, came right back. Another classic, right back. My next album, the whole industry on the ice pack. With TOC, you see the flames in my EYE.
Hey, we talked about it. J. Cole tried to discredit the discography, right? Good Kid, Mad City. Kendrick gave us that. To Pimp a Butterfly. Kendrick gave us that. Damn. Kendrick gave us that. Some amazing hip-hop albums. I mean, he's talking his shit, but who's going to discredit
My
it?
next album, the whole industry on the ice pack. With TOC, you see the flames in my EYEs. It's not a game, and the whole world is going mad, daddy. You're sad, daddy. My only advice, go and get you a bag, daddy. Libaka, on trial, trying to portray a boxer. Beating up on my niggas while the COs watch them. Tables turn, lesson learned, my best look. You jump sides on me, now you about to meet Westbrook. Go celebrate with your team.
Too many bars there. Too many bars. We got to bring it back and appreciate it. But the bag daddy, like, go get your bag daddy. Okay, like, just says in that sort of trolling voice. But then also, Baghdad, flipping into that. Iraq, Baghdad versus Baghdadi, who was in Iraq, right? There was al-Baghdadi, who was a leader of ISIS, right? So he's going into Islamic State. Like, it's going to get ugly on this track and the way that he flips
With
it.
TOC, you see the flames in my EYEs. It's not a game, and the whole world is going mad, daddy. You're sad, daddy. My only advice, go and get you a bag, daddy. Libaka, on trial, trying to portray a boxer. Beating up on my niggas.
Lee Baca, on trial trying to portray a boxer, right? That was the prison officer who was charged with, just beating the shit basically out of prisoners. And what Kendrick is saying here, CO's watching, everybody sat back looking, watching this. So he's going to point out the injustice of that situation.
Get you a bag, daddy. Libaka, on trial, trying to portray a boxer. Beating up on my niggas while the COs watch them. Tables turn, lesson learned, my best.
He was LA cop too, wasn't he? So yeah, that's going to hit Kendrick. That's why he's beating up on his people.
Boxer, beating up on my niggas while the COs watch them. Tables turn, lesson learned, my best look. You jump sides on me, now you about to meet Westbrook. Go celebrate.
Tables turn. Turntables, right? Playing his shit versus the saying like the tables have turned. You jump sides on me, now you looking like Westbrook. Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, played together at the Thunder. Were together for so long, then all of a sudden Durant left. And yeah, there was some bad blood there. And there's infamous images of them like mouthing off to each other, going back and forth when they first played. So Kendrick's like, you turned sides, you changed on me, you got different. You see again the levels to this because there's some subtles here. At Drake, I feel like, at others who want to throw shade at him. But yet again, these things can apply to today.
Turn, lesson learned, my best look. You jump sides on me, now you about to meet Westbrook. Go celebrate with your team and let victory vouch you. Just know the next game played, I might slap the shit out you. Technical foul, I'm flagrant, I'm foul. They throwing me out, you throwing the towel. Look at the crowd, no, I don't like that. Look at my smile, I'm smirking, calm but urgent. That ain't the style. Fuck. So many verses, you live in denial. Fuck. So many verses, I never run out. What?
You're making them nervous, the music is loud.
Ho Jay-Z, Hall of Fame, sit your punk ass down. So that means you ain't bigger than rapping. So that means no more playing the back scenes. My spot is solidified if you ask me. My name is identified as that king. I let y'all.
That's key. That's key right there. The Jay-Z bar, him crumbling up the paper. Drake had infamous lines that he was called out for by Meek Mill, right? In the Drake and Meek Mill beef. And remember, Drake also took shots at Megan Thee Stallion. He's taken shots at a number of Rock Nation artists, but he did have the infamous line, like looking up to The Rock, hoping he would be signed by The Rock. And now look at him. He's like the new Jay-Z. People are like, Meek Mills is like, hang on, why are you saying you're like the new Jay-Z? Don't show disrespect. So that is the most not subtle, indirect right there of Kendrick firing at Drake for the Jay-Z lines. And he's paying homage to Jay-Z. Like, he's one of the greats. Wait, what are you talking about? What are you even doing here? And then the crumpling up the paper and the rap lines is key because at this time, think about it. The Quentin Miller, the ghostwriter allegations against Drake and Meek Mill, which we touched on. We did a full breakdown on with the Drake diss tracks. Kendrick by crumpling up the paper. Nah, that ain't right. Hang on, let me try this. Nah, that ain't right. Let me try this. Underneath of that, there's that subtle chess move. I'm writing my own shit. Are you writing your own shit? Because this is what I'm doing right here. It's a smooth callback too, because he pays homage to like Nas, who's done it before, Eminem, who's done it before, like crumbling out the paper and having that sound effect and like literally like acting like we're stream of conscious writing as we're delivering the raps and the lines. But there's subtle layers going at Drake underneath of that.
So many verses, you live in denial. Fuck. Just know the next game played, I might slap the shit out you. Technical foul, I'm flagrant, I'm foul. They throwing.
I'm flagrant, I'm foul, like getting a flagrant foul. Also, he's flagrant and foul when he gets on this track, right? Game, next game, I might slap the shit out of you, like this rap game versus the game of basketball. So we still playing off the Westbrook scheme before that.
Yo, you throwing the towel, look at the crowd.
You throwing the towel like boxing, like you're giving up. You can't hang with me.
No, I don't like that. Look at my smile, I'm smirking, calm but urgent.
Look at my smile, I'm smirking. No, I don't like that. Just that use of that cadence, like really up here, attack mode, and then like really drop down. Just that juxtaposition of like two extremes with a delivery style.
Look at the crowd, no, I don't like that. Look at my smile, I'm smirking, calm but urgent. That ain't the style, fuck. So many verses, you live in denial, fuck. So many verses, I never run out. What?
You're making them nervous, the music is loud.
Ho Jay-Z, Hall of Fame, sit your punk ass down. So that means you ain't bigger than rapping.
So that means you ain't bigger than rapping. Right? Because remember, some of the defending of Drake was like, well, Drake doesn't just make rap music, right? He makes other types of music. So that's when he gets help for his ghostwriters, right? Trying to find rhythms and flows and catchy hooks for other type of music, not for his rap stuff. So that's why he's got that rapping line right there.
I never run out. What?
You're making them nervous, the music is loud.
Ho Jay-Z, Hall of Fame, sit your punk ass down. So that means you ain't bigger than rapping. So that means no more playing the back scenes. My spot is solidified if you ask me. My name is identified as that king. I let y'all worry about the list, I'm on some other shit. A difference between accomplishments and astonishments. You know.
I'll let y'all worry about that list. You talking about accolades and awards and all the accolades that Drake has got? No. Accomplishments over astonishments. There's no surprises here. When I'm on the top list, nobody's going to have astonishment. But when someone like Drake or other people are named on a top list, there's going to be some astonishment. Like, hang on, did he get there on his accolades? On what he's done in his body of work? Did he earn that? Or is it just more public and media inflation of the situation?
My spot is solidified if you ask me. My name is identified as that king. I let y'all worry.
Dun-dun, dun-dun. Like that piano has gotten just so much more anxious off to the side. Like it's really picked up tempo. And then again, super reverby. I love this moment right here because you have this heartbeat bass running underneath. And this like Phantom of the Opera piano just going off at the side while Kendrick is just in straight up vicious attack mode.
Solidified if you ask me. My name is identified as that king. I let y'all worry about the list. I'm on some other shit. A difference between accomplishments and astonishments. You know what time it is, Annie up. This is him forever. Y'all got till April the 7th to get your shit together. Let's get it. Look. On phone now.
"2017 this drop. Y'all have till April the 7th to get your shit together." And what he meant was because he was dropping the pre-save for the album. He was setting shit up then. Parallels. What happened on April the 7th of this year? You have till then to get your shit together. What did J. Cole do on April 7th? That's when he was at the Dreamville Festival. That's when he made his infamous apology. Can Kendrick Lamar see the future? This is why people are afraid of this man. It all just hits so different now. Wow. Now look, I'm aware that Budden has come out and he said that Drake went in the studio. Drake's ready to go. Kendrick went in the studio. Kendrick's ready to go. But one thing going back and doing this has made me realize is, again, there's just so much bad blood. That's how we got here. And I still feel like J. Cole was collateral damage in the situation. I think the real battle and the real beef is between Kendrick Lamar and Drake. And we will see how things start to shake out on that. Because Kendrick has put the world on blast. Kendrick Lamar, you were Knox Hill certified. Hope you guys liked today's video list. For some reason, you're here at the end. Obviously, enjoying the content. Do me a huge favor, support the channel directly. Subscribe, notifications on. It really, really does go a long way. I put a lot into these breakdown guides. I hope you enjoy them. Do me a favor, support the channel. Subscribe, comment down below. More reactions you want me to see. Stay safe, stay positive. It's only Knox Hill. You know, I'll catch you again.